Hi, this guide will help you with all you need to set up and send PGP encrypted emails so that they are guaranteed not to be readable by any unintended party. We'll be using OpenPGP encryption via Mailvelope. Now, PGP can be pretty complicated to set up, but Mailvelope is a very easy to use Chrome extension that handles all the complexity for us. Because Mailvelope is a Chrome extension, it can be used inside all the major email browser-based clients like Gmail, Outlook.com, and Yahoo. Okay, so we'll start off with installing the Mailvelope extension. To do so, go to the official Mailvelope site at mailvelope.com. Inside your Chrome browser, you'll see that there's also a Firefox add-on, but as of the time of this recording, Firefox is not as secure as Chrome with this extension. So we suggest installing Chrome if you don't have it, and then clicking on the Chrome extension link, which pops up a little add extension dialog, and clicking the add extension button. And that's as simple as it is to install Mailvelope. Okay, when it's done, you'll see a little pop-up here and the Mailvelope icon at the top right. Now, once it's installed, we just have to set it up for use. So to do that, right-click that icon and go to Options. This opens the Mailvelope Options tab, which apart from allowing you to set up Mailvelope for use, has the full range of features and settings for Mailvelope. You can click the documentation link here at the top right, which will take you through to the full project documentation that explains all of this. But for the purpose of this video guide, we're just going to take you through basic setup to get you sending encrypted email securely. So let's click the Setup tab. On the Setup tab, you'll be prompted to generate a key. Now, without going into too much of the detail behind PGP encryption, you're going to need to generate a key to encrypt and then decrypt secure emails. Let's click Generate Key. On the Generate Key tab, you're prompted for name, email, and password. Now, these are just for reference. They don't need to be your true name or even the true email that you're sending from. These will be visible on the public key server. So if you want to stay anonymous, you probably don't want to use your real name or your real email address. So I'm going to use a temporary name here and a test email address. And for your password or passphrase, you want to be careful here. You want it to be complex enough, but you don't want to forget it. If you forget it, you're going to have to regenerate a key. Okay, they match. Now I'm going to leave this checked, which uploads a public key to the Mailvelope key server. This will be visible to the public, but under these names. And that way the recipient can use this name to search for my public key. Okay, let's generate. This takes a few seconds to a few minutes. And it's done. So even though we uploaded the public key to the Mailvelope key server, and like I said, it's visible to the public, you don't have to worry about that. The way PGP works is that there's two keys, a public and a private key. You're going to be sharing that public key publicly and with the person that's going to receive your email, and your private key stays on your computer. So you don't have to worry about uploading that to the key server. Now that it's generated successfully, we can have a look at it under the Display Key section. You see it there. If you click on it, you'll see details for it. You don't have to really worry about these details. One thing we can add here is that if you choose not to upload it to the Mailvelope key server, then you can export just your public key, save it as a file, and send that to the recipient, and they can use that to decrypt your emails. Never send your private key, only your public key, so be careful about that. Right, we'll save it now just to go through that and close. Now that you've generated your public and private keys, you've got to import the key of your recipient, the public key of your recipient. And for the purpose of this guide, we're going to assume that your recipient has registered their key on the default key server. So for this PLAAF guide, we're going to use info@plaaf.org, like you would if you're submitting to PLAAF, and we're going to search for that. You see in the Ubuntu, the default Ubuntu key server, we find PLAAF, the info.plaaf public key. So click on that, and that will give you this strange looking block, which is the public key of info@plaaf.org. Right. Mailvelope takes care of this and pops up this little icon which allows you to import that key directly from this. So just click on that and the key gets imported. Right. Click import to finish the import. And now if you look at the display keys, you'll see that info.plaaf.org is now an imported key that you can use to send information to them. So we've set up our Mailvelope extension. We've generated our private and public keys. We've imported the public key of our recipient. And right now we're ready to send an encrypted email to that recipient. So let's open up web mail client. In my case, it's Gmail. And I've got a blank plaaf.test Gmail account here for the purposes of testing. And we're going to just compose a mail message like you normally would. You see that since Mailvelope is installed, you see this new notepad and pencil icon appearing. Now this will appear in all your emails, but you only need to click it when you need to send an encrypted email. So let's click that now. You see this new dialog pops up. And this dialog is used whenever you want to compose an encrypted email, and it's provided by the Mailvelope extension. So firstly, we add our recipient. We've got one recipient added. So that's info@plaaf.org. You'll see it turns out the address turns green because the public key is found. And now we can add the message that we want encrypted. So for this test, we're just going to have this is my test message. And to encrypt it, click the encrypt button, and you see that Mailvelope has inserted this cryptic block of text here, which is basically your message encrypted. Right? And you're ready to send that. Info@plaaf. Let's put in a nice test message for the people at PLAAF from PGP video guide, and we'll be able to send that. So that's it. You've sent an encrypted email using PGP. That email is not able to be read by anyone but the intended recipient. So that's basically how you send encrypted email via Mailvelope. If you want more information, remember you can go to the Mailvelope documentation. And For PLAAF related info, you can check out the PLAAF site. Thanks.